Directors and filmmakers are everywhere nowadays. We've got cameras in our pockets that allow us to capture the world in a completely new way. I wanted to understand the mind of one of these directors, so I sat down with Julian Garcia.
All right, man, we're recording. I'm excited for this one. Who are you, where are you from, and can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Julian Garcia. I've lived in Chicago all my life, and I'm right now in my third year of film school. I go to Columbia College. But right now, I'm like in the middle of getting the hang of my filmmaking career. I'm kind of settling like what I want to do.
Talk to me about that experience of just getting to Columbia and trying to figure everything out, man. College is not easy.
No, yeah, I definitely wanted to stay in Chicago just because like I've been here my whole life, like I said, and I just want to stay close to home still. You know, I don't want to like do anything too risky right away.
I feel you, man. That after college is really what you want to get at. I'm telling you, chase after that dream. I know that you got some passion. Speaking of, how did you get into film? Can you tell me a little bit about that story?
Yeah, so my whole life I've loved films, but I just didn't think right away I was going to do something with them. But just the way that I started like really like always trying to research something, or like I'd always like remember like who directed this, what else have they directed, the behind the scenes of it, like everything, like how did they film this exactly, like how do you shoot something like this, where do you put the camera, like how do you set this up. And,
exactly, like all the little knickknacks.
Exactly. Yeah, so like for years I've like always loved that aspect of film. That's probably my favorite part, is like how do you create something like this, because like there's so much to it than just like anyone can do it. It's like you have to have a unique vision to actually do that.
Absolutely. So when you got to Columbia, was it something where you were just like, okay, I know all this stuff, I'm interested in all these things, now it's time to jump into it and get to it?
Yeah, right. Basically, yes. Because freshman year, I just put film and television like right away, just because like I knew I wanted to probably do directing, but the more I thought about it, I really wanted to do screenwriting, so I switched it to be directly screenwriting. And since then, I've just been like loving like writing scripts the most. And now, like in my junior year, it's like, oh, I can write and direct, and I also want to do producing, because as a producer, I can also distribute other people's projects.
Yeah.
And like, if I'm a producer for my company, then I can like help finance their films, help like give them a platform to put their stuff on. In return, you know, I also have that content, but I'm still helping people.
When it comes to the humanity behind film, how do you make sure you incorporate that into your stories? I mean, I know we were talking about, I have to stop a little bit before that, and that touched on some really dark edges of humanity. So can you tell me how you incorporate that?
For my main focus on the stories I want to tell, I like telling human stories. Like I'm more of a low concept kind of creator, which I mean, low concept is like character driven stuff, and high concept is like the story. So there's already so many stories that have been told, like so many like premises for a plot. But what makes a certain story unique is the characters in it. So because if you don't, because you could say like, oh, this story's been done before, like I've seen these types of tropes in film, but just the characters you experience, that's always something unique and something that will like make the film even more special for you. So I would say I'm more of a like character driven type of creator for like the films I make. But when I make my characters, I don't really like writing like purely good characters, because I don't believe anyone's like purely good. Like everyone's human, everyone makes mistakes, everyone isn't always going to make the right decision and do the right thing. But you know, that doesn't really define you. It defines you more of like the action to do every day. And so with my characters, I like for right now writing not really the traditional likable characters. I don't really like writing characters that are just like always like going to be good, they're always going to do the right thing. Like I kind of like messed up characters and twisted characters, just because like there's a lot more to explore with that.
Exactly. It reminds me of the like White Underbelly channel or whatever it is, where the dude goes around and just interviews a bunch of like people on the streets, like drug addicts, prostitutes, all types of things, and you know, he exposes that humanity behind that. I feel like you're kind of doing the same thing on a film perspective. What keeps you motivated when it comes to that, man?
I guess motivation, just like this is something I really want to do. Originally in high school, I thought I'd have like a traditional type of job. Like I would either have an office job, or I'd do something that most people expect of you, like, you know, be a doctor, be a lawyer, you know. But I just always loved film so much. It's one of the more riskier decisions to make, but you know, if it's something that you like doing, I would just rather do that than just commit to something that I don't actually like doing.
Yeah, it's all about how passionate you are about it, man.
Exactly.
Because you know the phrase, when you're working a job that you love, it feels like you're not working a day.
That's exactly what I like to live by. Because I just feel like when I'm on set, like sometimes the pre-production is kind of stressful and it's very frustrating. It's because like you have to make sure all this is ready for the day of shooting. But I mean, every time I'm on set, it's like this is like the best part. Like makes everything worth it. Just like, and as soon as I'm done filming, like I'm in the post-production process or the film's release, it's like every time I'm like, I want to go back. I wish I can go back to when I was on set for this, because that was like, that's always the highlight of when I'm making a film.
What is it in particular about being on a set that, you know, brings that passion out for you?
just the environment that you're in, like even like when it's something I'm not shooting, even when I'm visiting a set, like I went to California a few years ago to like I was on the Lethal Weapon set for the show, and just like seeing a set is just like always cool to me. I like seeing like how it looks versus how it looks when you're actually watching it. And so literally any type of set, it could be like a small, like, you know, like bedroom set, or it could be like one of those 4x4 walls that like my school has. Like just seeing that, like being in there is kind of like, wow, I'm like, this is like gonna be part of something way bigger. Just like this is the core of when you're creating something.
Yeah, that creation aspect, man, that's huge for you, man. And I love it because I think that's really what you need as a filmmaker. You want to be able to create worlds and tell stories that not only people are interested in, but, you know, brings out, how can I put it, like the specifics of humanity.
Right, exactly. I like giving it my own kind of unique vision because I want it to be like, like this person directed it specifically. Like,
Absolutely,
I can tell
I know what you mean. You want to be able to see us a Julian Garcia film when it comes on.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. This final question I got for you: what do you aspire to accomplish as a director? I know you want to spread that vision, but on a grander scale, you know, humanity-wise, what do you hope to accomplish?
Personally, I would say doing everything I wanted to do, like making all the films I want to, and like I feel like in this day and age, it's so much easier to like get stuff out there versus like years ago before YouTube and social media and like any type of place where you can like release your films. It's way easier now to make some content. Literally, you can just if you have a phone on you, you can just do that. I would love if I can like do everything I want as a director and writer, and especially as a producer, because as a producer I hope I can like at least release more stuff from other people, kind of give them their platform, because I know how hard it could be to make something. So I think if we help each other, you know, if we like help each other make this stuff, then, you know, it's, yeah, like you're not the only one doing it, but I mean, you're helping a lot of people do what they want to do also, because I know from me personally, I love doing what I'm doing, so I would definitely want to make sure other people get that same feeling of like satisfaction in their life.
Yeah, you're helping bring in other visions to life alongside of yours.
Right.
Julian Garcia's mission is noble. On top of touching on the juxtaposition of humanity, he aspires to give others a platform as he grows. A journey I'm excited to see unfold. If you want to see his journey too, check the links in the description. And make sure to subscribe if you want more conversations like this.